Y'all have been asking for a Camaro video for quite a while, and I finally got one for you. This is the 1997 30th Anniversary Edition SS, and this is a special edition car that I want you guys to know about. Fun little backstory on the Camaro SS. This actually was the year after Chevrolet brought back the SS nameplate that hadn't been around since 1973, and they separated it from the Z28 the year before. So in 1996, you could have gotten a Z28 SS, and in 1997, it just happened to coincide with the 30th anniversary edition that the SS was the top tier trim package Camaro that you could get. So what made the 30th anniversary edition special? Well, number one was the paint. As you can see, this is Arctic white with hugger orange stripes going up and down the hood and down to the deck lid. This is very reminiscent and similar to the 1969 Camaro pace car for the Indianapolis 500, which is a pretty cool touch. Overall, the exterior features on this thing were very subtle, and one of them was the white ZR1 painted wheels, and then you also got a little bit larger rear spoiler, but other than that, and the orange SS badging, there's not a lot to distinguish this from a regular Camaro SS. On the inside of the car, you had a couple different options with the seats. You could get the white leather seats, as you see here, with the 30th anniversary edition in the headrest there, and then you could also get houndstooth cloth, which I thought was a really cool touch and a really neat throwback to the first edition Camaros. Lastly, on the inside, you got a 30th anniversary edition Camaro plaque just above the radio. It looks like they just kind of super glued that thing on there, but nonetheless, it's a cool little touch. So like I said, subtle touches inside and outside aesthetically on the Camaro 30th Anniversary Edition. The real treat, however, was under the hood. The 30th Anniversary Edition Camaro got the LT4 Corvette motor because they allegedly built too many of them in 1995 and 1996, and so these units were actually shipped off to SLP, who installed them in the 30th Anniversary Edition Camaro SS, and they also blueprinted the motor, so they disassembled it, blueprinted it, put it back together, and then stuck it back in the car. So after the wizards at SLP worked their magic on this thing, it wound up making 330 horsepower and 340 foot-pounds of torque, which is the same as the Corvette Grand Sport from 95 and 96. Now, because GM has this weird rule that you can't outperform the Corvette, they had to leave those numbers as is. So this car was actually dyno tested allegedly later on, making about 350 horsepower, which tells me that this thing was bad fast. So I read that the car went 0 to 60 in about 4.9 seconds and would clock a quarter mile at 13.2. And I know you guys are going to say that's slow or whatever, but for 1997, that was hauling the mail. So let's talk numbers here for a second. They only made 106 of these cars, and they averagely sell between 18 to 30 grand. So if you're a collector or somebody that just wants something to invest in, this might be a good opportunity. I don't know if or when they'll ever start to really ascend in value. I feel like they've stayed the same for quite a while. I used to consign them at about this price range back in like 2016, so who knows, but it only takes one, just remember that.